What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Mandalorian Season 3. Before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Alright guys, so for this video, I'm going to start off spoiler-free. I'm going to give you the basic plot, some important information that's also spoiler-free, whether I recommend it or not, and my score. That's going to be in the spoiler-free section, and then I'm going to have my good and my bad in a spoiler section, just because I feel like there's stuff I'm going to need to talk about. And it's just easier if I'm open to all the spoilers. Trying to do some stuff spoiler-free sometimes is very difficult. Alright. So let's just get into it. So again, this is for Mandalorian Season 3. The season ran from March 1st, 2023 to April 19th, 2023 with 8 episodes. The cast includes Pedro Pascal, Katie Sackhoff, Emily Swallow, Carl Weathers, and Giancarlo Esposito. I thought that was a great cast. They did it as great a job as they could have done with the material that was given to them, in my opinion. So the basic plot of this season is after the events of Book of Boba Fett, Din Djarin and Grogu plan to go to Mandalore in order for Din Djarin to bathe in the living waters, in order to regain his honor, because he took off his helmet and let someone see him without his mask. So he needs to go in there and fix that. But that's the basic idea of what we're coming into the season with. We don't know as much about other stuff. We do know things probably didn't go all that well for Bo-Katan because she doesn't have the Darksaber, and that was a big thing for her group of Mandalorians. So that's something important to say. Now, something important that I need to say that's spoiler-free is that you need to know in this season, Bo-Katan takes a very big step forward in becoming a main character. She's not really just a supporting role anymore. She's one of the protagonists. And this does come off kind of bad in some points, this is spoiler free, because we feel like Grogu and Din Djarin are kind of just there, but they're not really the focal point. She's the focal point. I would have preferred it if there was a way to put them all together in a good way. They actually did do this by the end of the season, but I felt by that point it's like you shouldn't have taken that long to be able to do that. Alright, so first, let's also say, would I recommend this season? Yes, I thought this season had good action. It's an easy watch. You can watch it all like in an afternoon, honestly. So I thought it was a lot of fun. If you like The Mandalorian, you like Grogu, you like Din Djarin, you like those armors, you like good action set pieces, then I think this season would be something that a lot of people enjoy. That being said, I'm giving this season a 7 out of 10 for good. Sorry about the cough. I didn't think it was great just because there was some parts where I'm like, you could have done way better with this, and they took way too long to do some stuff. I'll talk about this in the spoiler section, but I just felt like they did not do well with time management this season, and that kind of did annoy me quite a bit. So, like I said, let's give it a 7 out of 10. Let's now move on to my spoiler thoughts. So, for those of you that aren't going to be joining us for spoiler thoughts, here's a little warning on not to go into that. But that being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Those of you who are staying around, here's your warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, what's up, everybody? Back in here. Now we're going to go into the spoiler section of the review. So I'm going to do this very simple. It's going to be the good and the bad. So the good, the action is incredible. These are like, okay, we're getting like movie-style action set pieces on a show on Disney Plus, and I thought that was a really good thing to do. I really enjoyed that, and the world building as well for this season I thought was pretty good. I thought they definitely built things up in a way that I wasn't expecting, and I had a lot of fun with that. And when it came down to like, they showed stuff that I was not expecting, like the droid bar. Remember that we saw a droid bar back in episode 6, and I was like, oh, I never thought we were going to see something like that, so that was really cool to see. Okay, and another good thing is that when Grogu and Din Djarin are finally allowed to like shine, they're given their moments, they excel at it. This is one of those things where I was like, they didn't need to make Bo-Katan and Din Djarin be separate. I think it would have been fine to put them more as a group together, and I think that would have worked out a lot better for everyone. Now, although I didn't like the direction of the whole season, I did think that the ending where they got to, I really enjoyed it. So that was really cool to see in my mind. So we got to see, like at the end, we get to Bo-Katan is now the leader of the entire Mandalorian. She's brought the tribes together. I thought that was really cool to see, and I really enjoyed that they did that. That was really cool. And I was happy that we eventually did get there. However, I didn't think they necessarily had to do it that way. But I thought that when we saw Grogu and Din at the end, when they're out like in the little hut, not a hut, but like their little cabin, like father and son, I thought that was really cool. And I really enjoyed the way that was shown. I thought for me, if they wanted to end their story there, they easily can, and I thought that would work. I didn't think that was any problem. I was like, oh yeah, now we just know he's just a mercenary that goes out and does things for the New Republic. He's a good guy. I really enjoyed what they did with him. So, in that aspect, that was really cool. I think if they did decide not to use Din and Grogu again, they will, because Grogu makes too much goddamn money. Like, if that's the end of their story, so be it. I thought that it was fine. But I don't expect that. I think we're going to see more things with them. Maybe they'll do something where the next season starts off with Bo-Katan being like the primary, and then we don't see Din until like halfway through the season or something like that. I can see them doing that. Alright, let's move on now to the bad. And this season does have a lot of bad in the sense that it was all over the place. The entire time I'm wondering, what are they really trying to do with this season as a whole? And I really couldn't figure it out. They kept going all over the place, like, the goal is to eventually win back Mandalorian, or Mandalore. Oh, the goal is, at the end of the season, we might see Moff Gideon, and then next season we're going to face him. No, it's like, it was all over the place. I couldn't guess what we were trying to do because it felt like a lot of setup, and then when we eventually did get the thing, it was over really quick. The Moff Gideon, so Moff Gideon's only in 2 episodes this season. And to me, that was a big mistake. I'm like, you could have had him for like half the season, and you could have been building up to things. That being said, you could have done the same thing with Bo-Katan's old Mandalorian friends. You didn't need to put them just to do their thing in 1 episode. Not even an episode. She ends up getting control of her tribe back in like 5 minutes, because the first part of that episode was kind of like whatever in terms of story. So yeah, for me, that was definitely a problem there. I wish they could have done that slightly different, but it was fine in the end, the way they decided. I mean, it not necessarily fine. They still got to the right spot, but it was so out of direction that it really messed me up, and I think that was a big problem. Again, Moff Gideon should have been in more episodes. The fact that they supposedly killed him off, I'm like, you could have had him for more episodes. You could have done more. I didn't see that. And then, like, back to, like, Russian, like, you could have had an episode where it was just the 2 clans having problems. But no, you had to mix that in with the Moff Gideon episode. I'm just like, why couldn't you just done this in pieces and have, like, an entire plan for the season? It didn't feel like that. This felt like all over the place. People just trying to do, let's just do one-offs here, 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 here. It's like, you have 8 episodes. Stop doing one-offs. Get your stuff together. So yeah, that was, some of my problems. Another issue was the runtime of the episodes weren't really consistent. Some of them felt like they were really short, and then others felt like they were really long. I kind of wish the show had, like, it's at the lowest it's going to be 40 minutes, and at the most it's going to be an hour. I feel like that's a good range, but those times where it's like it felt like the episode was like 30 minutes, and even then we're talking about intro and outro and stuff like that. I was like, no, you could have done this so much better. I'm hoping this gets fixed for future seasons and other Disney Plus shows, but it probably will, because, I mean, this feels like the only show that really had that problem. Alright, guys, so is that really all? Some felt that... Yeah, I think those are my real thoughts on the show for this season. Like I said, I thought it was a good show, 7 out of 10, it was a lot of fun. I hope people, enjoy it. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Like I said, I thought this was a good season. I hope people enjoyed it, but like I said, I'm thinking some people might feel the way I felt, where it was like it felt too rushed at the end, and I wish they would have done other stuff. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Like I said, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon.